Hey there! Hello and welcome to this mini tutorial for a cheat engine table for Shinobido Way of the Ninja, which I've been making. So far, this is everything that I've discovered, and I just want to briefly explain how to use this table. So, like Tenchu, um, Aquire coded this game in a similar fashion, and thanks to the knowledge of looking at Tenchu source code with Gidra, I was able to discover some cool things to do in Shinobido as well. So, just like Tenchu, Shinobido has a humanoid block which maps things like the health and the maximum health. So let's just go to memory view. So this would be the health. So yeah, like you can make yourself weak. This would be the maximum health. I did start to like try and map out what these bytes actually did, trying to see if I could do anything cool. Now, for example, here, this byte here is the player team. So if you change this to a 2, we are now on the enemy team. So we will be viewed as an ally. They will just ignore us. It's kind of how they did like all the factions in the game. So one thing which raised an eyebrow and during like my initial like swapping around of things to try and figure out what they were, um, it turns out this is an actual pointer to Go's template. So just like the PlayStation 1, the PlayStation 2 uses a little endian CPU. So this would be the start of the address, and this would be the end of the address. And using PCSX 1.6, if you add this address in and change this to 2, you effectively have the address that goes character template, just like in Tenchu. So using the knowledge, I've mapped out all the character templates for all the major characters within the game. And I also have some character templates at the top for fast access. So if you want to change Kinu to someone else, I don't know, let's find, say, like one of the generals, for example, you can do that. And if you really want to, you can, I haven't mapped them all, but you can create like hybrids. So I don't know. Let's just say we want Zaji's clothes. So it'll be Zaji's model, and then you've got 2 bytes, which would be for the head. So I don't know. We'll have Kinu's, and then I'm not sure what number this is, but you can kind of like have a little play around and create a custom character hybrid. You could change their weapon, like you could give Kinu sword. You could change the voice to Kinu. So just for this example, we'll create this character hybrid. All right, let's load the save state so it takes us back, making sure everything is locked. All right, okay, so let's just fast forward. This character's probably going to have a white head because, yes, like you need a valid byte to be for head 2 and sometimes head 3. I think it's for the cutscenes as well. Since we don't have access to the source code, this is a lot of guessing work, but there we go. So we have Zaji with Go's head using Kinu's weapon. You can make some pretty interesting variations. So let's just fast forward all this and get to the next part of the cheat engine table, which I mapped out. Okay, let's skip this. It's going to give us some tutorial prompts now because this is a fresh game. All right, okay. So let's swap this back to default. So for example, pick Sadame's general. Oh, I have something locked somewhere. Let's see, what did I? Okay, yeah, this is two. Right. So for this example, yes, I do want to show you Sadame's general. So lock that in place. Fast forward this. At some point, I will update this list a bit more, but I've added all the major characters, which I think people will want to play. A lot of these have been pulled from like the map editor, but they're all like the major NPCs. The only ones which are really missing are like the bowman and the gunman. And when I was like exploring the memory, I did notice there was a lot of missing characters. So with this, some characters, their weapon isn't actually drawn. So to fix this, all you do is you change back to Go or Kinu. So the moveset will actually change in real time to go back. So now you can draw the sword. And now if we go back to Sadame General, now you will have the moveset of the General, which I think is really cool. Now, custom characters can't actually stealth kill, and they also can't use items. These like button combo moves are moves for the characters instead of actually being able to use items. So I've noticed with a lot of characters, L2 and Circle does a lot of things. But yeah, like I say, L2 and Square makes the character do a kick. You kind of have to like experiment. So that's R2 and Circle. Now, I suspect, just like Tenchu, there is a way to modify the moveset and create custom movesets. However, I haven't found it. Within the character template, like you can change the moveset, but it's just a number. But I imagine there's probably a pointer within the humanoid, or there's a pointer within the template itself that allows you to go to the moveset itself and then modify like individual parts and create the moves. But I have not found this, unfortunately. What is cool though is with the hideout, I actually mapped out a lot of things. It actually started off by finding the gold. So next to the gold, there's actually a mission state, which is actually really cool. So as you progress through the game, like you collect the soul fragments and you get the cutscenes to advance the story, you can actually like brute force it. So if you want to, you could set the mission state. So now you have the killer whale's eye. So let's quit out of the game. Wait for it to catch up. Okay, nearly there. So now in our mission list, we have advanced the story enough to think that we're on the killer whale's eye. And here you can do a threatening letter so you can officially unlock Kinu. However, if you just want to just do missions and you want to change the character, like I found the bite, it literally just circles between 0 and 1. So this would be essentially saying, look, I've switched the player to be Kinu, and then it would use whatever template. But for this final example, let's just say we want to be a princess instead of a bear. Like, it can be done. So we go to the killer whale's eye. It's going to say we have no items. Yeah, that's fine. You could do all sorts of variations. So you could do a pure Kinu playthrough if you wanted, for example. Or, hey, if you wanted to, you could do a pure princess playthrough. And let your imagination go wild. But yeah, that pretty much sums up what you can do. If you really want to, you can modify your health. You you can go crazy with your attack power, so you can one-hit things, and I mapped this for both Go and Kinu. But yeah, I'll probably add more to this table when I discover more things, but I want to release this now so you can have a little play around and enjoy some Shinobido for Christmas. So happy holidays to you, and thanks for watching.